Hello and welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us tonight. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You can direct your questions to a specific school or schools by including their name in your question, or you can leave a question for every one of our representatives to answer about their institution. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. That's why that Q&A button is so important. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening for Pennsylvania students. We hope you've attended other presentations and hope that you'll also sign up for more. This presentation, as well as all sessions, are being recorded and will be available within about a week. This will be at the same website where you registered, strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. I'm really excited to turn it over to our schools and welcome our first presentation tonight from LIM College.
Thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen. Awesome. Okay, so I'm assuming that everyone can see my screen. Feel free to let me know if not.
Yep, everything's good, Kara.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jennifer. Hi guys, welcome to LIM College. I'm really happy to introduce you. Just a brief overview of LIM College. We are a privately owned small niche institution right in the heart of Midtown Manhattan. We are a business fashion school, so we do focus on the business side of the fashion industry rather than that design aspect. Looking at our undergraduate class as a whole, we do have about 1,400 students on our campus in the undergraduate program. This is relatively small because we are such a niche institution and because we are so specialized. We do have a smaller student body, and it really allows for that 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio that you see right here, which is really important because all of our faculty and staff has either worked in the industry prior to teaching at LIM or while teaching at LIM. So you're really learning all about the fashion industry from industry leaders themselves. One of the perks of going to school in New York City is that not only can you intern in the city, but your professors also probably work somewhere else in the city. We have a very diverse student body, and we're really proud to represent about 40 states on our campus, as well as 28 international countries. A quick overview of some things that you can study here at LIM to really just focus in on that specialized curriculum. Fashion merchandising is our biggest and most versatile program. It's everything from product development, wholesale, buying, planning, and retailing, all the way until it gets into the consumer's hand. Often I see styling falling under fashion merchandising. Visual Studies is our most creative program. This is from a visual studies classroom. Works a lot with spacing and colors, working with your hands in the studio, and installation expos. Marketing and management, a little bit self-explanatory, but just to kind of pivot it toward the fashion industry itself. Marketing, really talking about how to brand yourself or how to brand a larger company. Management is really for my students who want to be like the boss. So whether that's the president of your own company, a CEO, or kind of becoming like the smaller gear in a larger machine, you'll really learn how to effectively lead a team and lead a company in that management major. International business is a lot of working with imports and exports. Fashion is so global that you don't have to study an international business if you're looking to study abroad internationally or intern abroad internationally. You can do that with any of our majors. International business specifically deals a lot with the imports and exports of different countries, as well as business law. Fashion media is our newest major. It's the most versatile, fashion media is our newest major. It really deals with the media landscape in both the print and digital spaces, a lot with photography, filmography, and they're even playing around with virtual reality recently. The business of fashion is specifically for our transfer students, where you'll earn 60 credits elsewhere, and we will accept them and put you on path to one of our bachelor's programs. If you're interested in more than one of the majors that I had just mentioned, the good news is that while you can't double major here at LIM, you can actually minor in any of our majors. I've also included some of our more popular minors up here, such as beauty, sustainability, event planning. Fashion styling is really our most popular minor. And I recently learned that Beyonce's stylist was a fashion merchandising major and a fashion styling minor here at LIM. And I'm seeing a huge rise in interior home concepts recently, which is kind of like interior design. I guess we're all spending a little bit more time in our homes. LIM has a very strong emphasis on that experiential education aspect of learning. So you are required to take 3 internships during your time here. We will help you find them. They are built into your curriculum, so don't panic. We have a career and internship services office that will provide each of our students with a career coach, so they will help you through that whole process. Your senior co-op is going to happen your last and final semester before you graduate. It's the time when you're able to work about 40 hours a week in the fields of your choosing, and Friday you'll be a student. So you're able to really experience that professional aspect while kind of still having a foot in the door at LIM. Internships are really important to figure out what you do want to do, what you maybe thought you wanted to do in theory, but not so much in practice. And we're really proud that our internship program has really produced great numbers for our 2020 postgraduates, and that is graduating in the middle of the pandemic. So we don't expect those numbers to change anytime soon. How do you apply to LIM? So I always joke that we're not on the common application because we're not a common school. You will have to go to limcollege.edu and open up an application there. We will require all of your past transcripts. So whether it's just a high school transcript, a college transcript, whether you took a summer or Saturday class at your local community college, we'll need all of it. It's all part of your academic records, and therefore it's all important. We are SAT, ACT optional, and we no longer require an essay. Instead, we require short answers. So we'll give you about 4 prompts. You can choose your favorite 3. They're really a way for us to get to know you and your aspirations within the fashion industry. Questions like, where do you see yourself in the fashion industry? Where do you see the fashion industry growing in the next 4 years? Those kind of questions are the things that you will have to answer. For my juniors in the room, we do have early action applications available. They are not binding, so feel free to apply early action. If any seniors in the room, feel free to email admissions@limcollege.edu for a fee waiver for attending today's program. If I do have any international students in the room, we do require an interview, English proficiency, and an ACES approved evaluation. If you're not an international student, don't worry about those requirements. But perfect timing. That is all I have for you today. So I will put my email and my contact information in the chat below. And until then, feel free to pop any questions in the chat, and that's where I'll be headed. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kara, for sharing LIM College with all of us today. Our next presentation is going to be Wheeling University.
Okay, Wheeling University feels technically challenged here, so
we will get it. It's gonna go. It's gonna work. Looks great, and we can see
okay,
you.
we see a screen. Okay,
Yes.
all right, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Jennifer Ward, and I am with Wheeling University. We are located in the panhandle of West Virginia. If you're looking at a map, we're kind of conveniently located between Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. About an hour from Pittsburgh, a couple hours from Cleveland, and a couple hours from Columbus. So we are a small campus. We are a private Catholic institution in the state of West Virginia. We are the only campus-based Catholic institution in the state. We are small. We are about 700 total students. You can see, but we do cover a lot of countries and a lot of states. Keeping our campus diverse on many levels with an average class size of 15 students and a faculty student ratio of 11:1. So our students, you know, at Wheeling University get involved in a lot of things. And I feel like if it wasn't a presentation now, we'd have to mention COVID, right? So when it wasn't COVID, because we are a Catholic institution, our mission is life, leadership, and service. So we are about educating for life beyond our walls. That means thousands upon thousands of hours of service to the local community, the greater community, and the international community as well when things were normal. So it is a big part of who we are. We are, you know, trying to develop leaders and instill service so that when our students leave us, they have instilled in them that, you know, desire to give back to the communities in which they reside. So we have a lot of, even though we're small, we are a campus that thrives, with student activities and clubs and organizations. One of the beauties of being at a small school is if we don't have a club, guess what? You can create your own. I went to a big school myself. I didn't have that opportunity, but at Wheeling University, you can certainly do that. We are a Division II, NCAA Division II institution. So that is a very big part of who we are as well. This is just a snapshot of some of our clubs and activities. And I mentioned the sports, so it does make up a big part of our population. All of our men and women's sports are NCAA Division II, with the exception of rugby, which is part of USA Rugby, and it is a Division 1A program. So that said, there is a lot usually going on campus, and right now every sport is competing in the same semester because nobody could compete in the fall. Because we're a liberal arts school, like all the others you're going to hear from, there is a common core set of classes that every student takes in their major, comprised of philosophy and religion and history, writing, communication. So we're trying to teach people how to communicate and be successful, in the real world when they do leave us. I didn't realize this slide was a little blurry, but this is a snapshot of our programs. Some health sciences and some liberal arts, programs, certainly business and, psychology and nursing and education are popular programs on our campus. We also have a doctorate of physical therapy, so exercise science becomes extremely popular in Wheeling also. And major, we do have some grad programs and some minors and some certificates that students can definitely pair with their undergrad program. Admissions, we are rolling admissions, so 0 deadlines on our campus. We have a site hosted application, but we are also a common app school. So for any seniors in the room, if you haven't applied already and you are interested in applying, we are still taking applications. We do decisions daily in our office, and we are currently, test blind for, the class entering in 2021. For any juniors or younger, I don't know what the future holds, if campus will still stay that way, or if we will look at, using test scores again in the future. We do take transfer students in every semester, and our incoming freshmen a lot of times have dual credit. Some of these students are coming in with associate's degrees now complete in high school. So we do take all of that in as well. We are actually still doing campus visits. We have been doing in-person visits Monday through Friday. We are doing them 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon to keep people safe. So if anyone is interested in visiting our mountainous campus, you can certainly request a visit very easily on our website. Every student that is accepted to Wheeling University gets a merit scholarship. Those do range from $8,000 to $16,000. And you can see our FAFSA code there. If a student is graduating from a Catholic high school, there is an additional scholarship available. But every single student accepted does get a merit scholarship. That does include transfer students and international students as well. And here are the range 8,000 to 16,000, those scholarships and the GPA ranges. And that's them again. And you can see our contact information at the end. And I see that I think my time is up. So I appreciate you having us, and I look forward to hearing from you if you want additional information. Thank you so much and have a good evening.
Great. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for presenting on Wheeling University. Our next school today is going to be Point Park University. Jared?
Thank you. So I just want to start off, when I like to introduce myself. My name is Jared Bittner. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at Point Park University. I want to start off by giving you just a general background about Point Park. We're a small private university located in downtown Pittsburgh. We have about 3,200 undergraduate students and 900 master's and doctoral students, approximately 4,000 in total. We have 5 schools within the university. We have the School of Arts and Sciences, the Roland School of Business, the School of Communications, and the School of Education and the Conservatory of Performing Arts. We have 79 bachelor degrees and 20 graduate degrees within those schools. And we have an alumni network of over 28,000. And out of that 28,000, we have an alumni network that represents 49 states and 33 countries. First up is the School of Arts and Sciences. Within the School of Arts and Sciences, we have a Criminal Justice and Intelligence Studies Department with Criminal Justice, Forensic Science, Intelligence, and National Security. We have a Natural Sciences and Engineering Technology Department with majors such as electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering technology. And on the natural sciences side of things, we have biological sciences and funeral services. We have a humanities and social sciences department with majors such as global cultural studies, legal studies, and political science. We have a literary arts and social justice department with majors such as creative writing, social justice, English. And then we have a psychology department with behavioral sciences and psychology. We also have a pre-med, pre-professional studies track you can do with any major at the university. Within the Roland School of Business, we have majors such as accounting, business management, marketing and sales, human resources, sports, arts, and entertainment management. We also have the School of Communications, which has majors such as broadcast production, graphic design, journalism, multimedia, photography, PR, and advertising. We also have a Center for Media Innovation within the School of Communications, which has a new TV station, radio station, multimedia newsroom, and photography studios. Next up is the School of Education. We have instructional studies, pre-K through 4, 4 through 8, and secondary education. And you can do a dual certification in special ed with pre-K through 4, 4 through 8, and secondary ed. And we have the Conservatory of Performing Arts, which within the conservatory, we have a theater department, dance department, and cinema department. We also have, one of the things about being a downtown campus and being located in downtown Pittsburgh, we do have a variety of internships close by that our students have access to, and a lot of other professional opportunities while they're here. We also have a co-op program, cooperative education program, which gives our students an opportunity to work full-time first semester, getting paid and getting college credit. So that's another form of experiential learning that you can get while you're at the university. And there's a lot of options since, once again, we're located in downtown Pittsburgh. We have, when it comes to residence halls, we have a little over 1,000 students living on campus. We have 2 first-year student residence halls, Lawrence Hall, Thayer Hall, and then we have suites and apartments for sophomores, juniors, and seniors. We do have free cable, laundry facilities, and Wi-Fi on campus, and you're within walking distance to jobs, internships, sporting events, restaurants, shops, parks, and performance venues. When it comes to student activities, we have over 50 clubs and activities at the university, both interest-based and academic. We do have an activity shuttle that takes you all throughout the Pittsburgh area. And if we have any off-campus events, a lot of times we provide shuttle service to and from those events. We have a student center for working out. We have a gym there. We have conference space for clubs and activities. And we also have close by, there's over 15 discounts for students at Point Park. You show your student ID. We also have 18 varsity sports in total at the university. We have scholarships available possibly for students that are interested in participating in a sport. We have a study abroad opportunity at the university, study abroad program with sponsored locations in England, Italy, and Spain. We also can help you out with doing independent study abroad if there's another location you want to go to. And then we have international trips with faculty to take place each year. 99% of our, when it comes to scholarships, 99% of our students receive some form of financial aid at the university. And our scholarships for first-year students range between $14,000 to $20,000 per year. And for transfer students, they range between $10,000 to $16,000 a year, and you'll be considered for these automatically throughout the application process. We also have for conservatory performing arts students, which are dance, cinema, and theater students. They're considered for a different set of scholarships. There's an artistic scholarship that ranges between $3,000 to $25,000 a year, which is based on either an interview, portfolio, or audition. And then there's a Dean's Academic Scholarship, which is a $5,000 a year scholarship, which is based on your academics, which is all conservatory students will be considered for automatically throughout the application process. And we do have rolling admissions. There's no deadline to apply to Point Park, and we have a free online application. If you have any questions, just feel free to contact us. And I hope you enjoyed learning about Point Park today.
Thank you so much for presenting on Point Park. We have now heard from 3 great schools. We have 3 more to go. So this is a great time for our attendees to think about if you have a question in the Q&A. It can be about admissions, a club, an organization, a major, study abroad, sports, whatever. It can be anything. So I hope you'll think about dropping a question in the Q&A for those of you that are watching. All right, our next presentation today is going to be from Goldey-Beacon College. And Valerie, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, hopefully that works. All right, so
Yeah,
I want to
looks good.
introduce myself. I'm Valerie Orth from Goldey-Beacon College. Thank you for coming out tonight. So this is just kind of where we're located. So we are in Wilmington, Delaware. We're a little under an hour from Philadelphia and a little over an hour from Baltimore. Washington, D.C. is about 2.5, and same with New York City. I always like to say we're kind of in the middle of everything. A lot of students don't know where Delaware is. This is just some fun facts about the school. So we are smaller. So our student to faculty ratio is about 20:1. We have 25 different degree options and 41 if you are including our graduate degrees. 54% of our freshmen live on campus. And with that being said, you can have a car on campus for free. There's no additional cost for that. One of the perks of having your car on campus is we have a 3-day weekend every single weekend. So we actually don't offer Friday classes ever. This screen has a list of all of our majors. Most popular are going to be in business, and everyone that you see in white are going to be our concentrations in business. We also offer psychology and criminal justice. Those are our most popular majors. We are Division II in athletics. We are part of the CACC conference. So we do have generous scholarships available to student athletes. We have men's and women's basketball, cross country, soccer, and track and field. We also have men's baseball and golf, and then women's softball, tennis, and volleyball. A little bit about our application. We're also not on the Common App. If you are interested in applying, you would go right onto our website at gbc.edu. You would go to admission and aid and then apply online. So we do have a free application. The only thing that we would request are SAT scores and high school transcript. And then once you submit all of that, you'll hear back from somebody in admissions to follow up with your application. We also allow students to upload their information onto the application. If they don't have access to it, we'll have a counselor send that over to us. So new for the fall of 2021, we have actually cut our tuition in half. So starting in August, our tuition will be $12,750. If you are living on campus, it'll be $22,950. And then this scholarship grid right here. So this is how we award our merit scholarship to students. So if you're looking at the top, you'll see your SAT and ACT scores. Down the column, you'll see your GPA. So if you kind of just match up where you fall on this grid, that would be the amount that you would be receiving in scholarship. This is kind of an overview of our campus, kind of minus the soccer field and a little bit of parking lot. But we do have 5 residence halls on campus. Right in the middle, you'll see the Fulmer Center. So this is where all of your classes will be held. And then in the Jones Center, this is your student lounge. You'll have the cafeteria, library, fitness area, and your gym. This right here is our new dining services on campus. So We actually expanded this year. This all you care to eat meal options. We have Starbucks, grab and go options, and brick oven pizza. And then as a freshman, you have 2 options of the dorms that you would like to live in. So our first is Leach Hall. So this is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a kitchen and a living room area. And then our next option is Fronta. So this was just built, opened up in August. So, you know, this is more of kind of your dorm style. There are singles and doubles, and there are single-use restrooms on every floor. This is our student affairs. So this is located in our Jones Center. So this is, you know, the people that work with all the students on campus with different clubs and organizations. We are a smaller school, so if you see an organization that you would like to start that's not on the list, you could always do so. Our student affairs office held different events on campus. So they bring in comedians, musicians, they have karaoke nights, they do bingo nights, and they always give out really good prizes. Next is our career services. So we do have a career service office right on campus, and they work with all students to make sure that you have your resume up to date. They'll help you with cover letters, interview preps. They do mock interviews. What you're seeing on screen is similar to a college fair, except these are all different businesses throughout Delaware that come in. So you kind of dress to impress, bring your resume, and some of these employees will actually hire right on the spot. We do hold information sessions on campus. We currently are still doing them, even with COVID. So they do fall on one Saturday every month. So if that's something that you are interested in to come see the campus, you could definitely sign up right on our website. And then lastly, this just is the QR code that brings you right to our application. So if you have any questions for me, I will also put my information in the chat. And thank you for coming out today.
Thank you so much, Valerie, for sharing Goldey-Beacon with all of us. All right, our next school today is going to be Springfield College.
All right, everyone. Perfect, I got it up. Hello, everyone. My name is Georgie Mavrogeorgis. I am an undergraduate admissions counselor here at Springfield College. Just to start off, this is a beautiful photo of one of our Springfield College signs here on campus. Our Welcome Center is actually directly behind there. A little bit about Springfield College. We're actually the birthplace of basketball. A graduate student by the name of James Naismith had actually created basketball as a way to keep our football players in shape during the winter months. We also originated as a YMCA school, so if you're involved in the YMCA, you can keep that involvement throughout your undergraduate degree or your graduate degree here. We have a YMCA office on campus, and we also have a minor in YMCA. So our humanities philosophy is like our mission statement here at Springfield College. We want to educate students in spirit, mind, and body for leadership and service to others. So we want our students to be as well-rounded as possible when they leave Springfield College. The cool thing about this is at a lot of schools, if you ask a student what their mission statement is, they will not know it. But at Springfield College, all of our students know what our mission statement is. One thing that is our students love to do here at Springfield College is volunteer work within the community. It's not something that's required of our students, but they really enjoy giving back to the Springfield community. So this is a screenshot of campus. Our residence halls, most of them are right along Lake Massasoit. It's about under a 10-minute walk to all of your classes. So if you don't like waking up early like me, you can just roll out of bed, get yourself ready, and then walk right to your classes. We're one unified campus, so there isn't a main road dividing our campus up, and our students are all guaranteed housing for all 4 years. So this is a screenshot of some things going on campus. We are still doing in-person events on campus, but the amount of students is just limited. Everyone has to wear masks and be 6 feet apart. Students really enjoy hanging out in our quad area. You'll always see students out in the grass. Right now, we actually have these plastic domes that our students have been utilizing and studying in and eating lunch in. We also have East Campus on campus. So on the other side of Lake Massasoit, in the photo I showed before, is East Campus. It's 55 acres of forest land that we own. There's multiple things to do there as well. So if you want to get off campus for a little bit, be in some nature, we have low ropes courses, high ropes courses. We have equipment rental if you like kayaking or paddleboarding, and then you can take it right on the lake. We also have an outdoor yoga studio there, cross-country skiing trails, hiking trails. So lots of fun stuff to do over on East Campus. So we have about 4,000 students at Springfield College, about 2,200 are undergraduate students, about 1,000 are graduate, and then about 1,000 of those students are remote or at our regional campuses. Our graduation, our placement rate is about 98%. So within 6 months of graduating, our students are either enrolled in graduate school or have found employment, which we're super happy about. We have 40 plus majors at Springfield College. Our student to faculty ratio is 12:1, but typically your classes don't go above 20 students per class, unless it's one of those general education entry level courses, then it can go up to about 60 students, but gets broken down into 3 sections for any lab. Some of our popular majors are direct entries, so occupational therapy, physician assistant, physical therapy, and athletic training. Our education degrees are sports journalism, sports management, definitely some popular majors here. So we have a 3-tier system to athletics. We have intramural sports, club sports, and Division III athletics, but we are within the top 5% of Division III athletics. Our application requirements, we go by the Common App. So the fee for applications is currently waived. You just pick the Springfield College Book Award through the end of March. We are SAT, ACT optional right now for fall of 2021, but we don't know what the future holds. You'll have 1 academic reference. A personal interview is optional. We'll need your high school transcripts, and then you'll pick one of the essays from the Common Application. Scholarships and tuition, we do have need-based aid and then merit-based aid. So merit-based is based off your grade point average. And if you do fall below a 2.5, we do still have some sort of aid. 100% of our students at Springfield College get awarded some sort of aid. So no one is paying the $54,000 to come to Springfield College. And if you don't get the financial aid package you like, just speak to us, and you know, there's always the possibility to submit an appeal, because we really do review our applications when we're looking for students. And if we see a student that we think would be great at Springfield College, we want to make sure that they come to Springfield College. So this is just some of our social media. Feel free to follow our accounts. We do have an account right now for fall of 2020, graduating class of 2025. So if you end up getting accepted, go ahead and follow that Instagram or Facebook account. And one thing I forgot to mention is with all of our majors, our students are getting hands-on experience within that first year at college. So you don't have to wait till the end and then find out you don't like your major. Alrighty, well, it was lovely speaking to you all, and I'll drop my contact information in the chat. Thanks.
Great, thank you so much, Georgie, for sharing Springfield College with everyone today. All right, we're on to our 6th school. We'll next be hearing from Lycoming College.
Hi all, thank you for joining. Let me just get the slideshow started. Okay, as Jennifer mentioned, we are Lycoming College. My name is Lauren Krause and I'm an admissions counselor here. Some things about Lycoming College: we were founded in 1812 and we're super proud of our history. So much so that one of our cafes on campus is named Cafe 1812. And we are one of the 50 oldest colleges in the nation. We do have about 1,200 students on campus. We are a small private institution with students coming from all over the world, as well as over 32 different states in the country. Our faculty are not only super dedicated on campus, but also super dedicated in the field, providing students with a really great opportunity of hands-on learning, whether it's in research that they're currently conducting, conferences that they're attending, publishing, and etc. They get to build these relationships through a faculty relationship with a 12-to-1 approximately in the classroom. And they're able to be kind of more than just professors, but more like mentors, and really get students connected in the field. We are an undergraduate institution, therefore there are no graduate students on campus. So our students, again, are kind of able to be involved in those opportunities from faculty. We are a liberal arts institution, really makes our programs really diverse, and also really allows for our students to really kind of tailor make their career aspirations into a degree that keeps them super interested and kind of on point in the field. Some of our really well-known programs is our criminal justice. We also have a pre-law concentration where our students actually take the LSAT their first year and take courses to prepare them to be successful in the LSAT when they're looking to go on to law school. All of our students are required to have an enhanced academic experience. And what that really means is getting experience outside the classroom, getting resume opportunities, and being able to take theory into practice. So some of the things here pictured, for example, on the top screen there, you can see our ecology students kind of out in our Clean Water Institute, literally getting their hands dirty in the field, which is really super awesome. So some of the ways that our students can get an academic experience or enhance academic experience, excuse me, is through internships, fieldwork, research, or global studies. We do have over 27 different locations that our students go on these programs. Some examples of this is our Modern Languages department has an opportunity for students for either semester-long or summer-long programs. We also visit the Dominican Republic and visit coffee farms where we actually bring back our own coffee, which is known as our Warrior Coffee Project. And that's the only coffee sold on campus at all of our cafes, which is super awesome. To get an enhanced academic experience, we have an office dedicated to this for our students. And so they will also get a career advisor through this office. So we have our career advisors that are specialized in your concentration of study to help them prepare for internships, building their resume, preparing for grad school, whatever your aspirations are, to really make sure that you're successful and have kind of that support system in your corner. This career advisor works with you as well as your academic advisor to make sure that you're taking the core classes that you need, as well as hitting any additional minors that you might want. I mentioned that we have several different majors on campus. We also have several different minors and concentrations that students throughout their years determine what will be most successful for them. So kind of life outside of campus. One of my colleagues mentioned this earlier, but being that we are a small private institution, we want students to have leadership opportunities in their field and through other various opportunities. So we do have 80 and more clubs and organizations, but if there's something not on campus that you are interested in, we push students to really start those up because one, if you're interested in it, somebody else is, and two, it's a really great experience for our students. So students can get involved from anything from athletics to academic, to special interests, as well as service, as well as Greek life. About 1/3 of our students are actually involved in Greek life, which is really awesome. One thing that's super unique to Lycoming College is our Outdoor Leadership and Education Office. This is an opportunity for students to get outdoors and build that leadership opportunity. The building that admissions is actually in, which is the building featured in this picture behind me, has a rock wall, which is really awesome, and where this office is housed. We are NCAA Division III with about 17 different athletic teams on campus, as well as the swimming team. Which is super awesome. And the pool is actually utilized for not just varsity athletes, but students as well. Some things that are super unique to us is we do host an annual concert every year, as well as kind of our location is we're able to travel and go different weekend trips that more times than not are free to students. So one of the great things that I'm super proud of to work at Lycoming College is our opportunity for financial aid for our students. So 100% of our students do receive some form of financial assistance. They don't need to go through an additional application process when they apply to the institution. This also warrants the merit-based scholarship that we're able to offer to students. Through our large endowment that we have, we're able to provide that for them. There's also additional scholarships that we provide to students that could be academic-based or talent scholarships. So we do have a choir and a band on campus that students can utilize. So to kind of wrap up, we are on the Common App that you can apply to. We're also on Coalition, as well as our homegrown application. And we kind of have different timelines, but if you're a senior, we're still offering rolling decision as well. We are offering in person, so I encourage you to not only visit us, but other schools as well. And that's kind of all that I have for you.
Thank you so much, Lauren, for sharing. Yes, for sharing Lycoming with all of us. All right, well, we have just a few minutes left together tonight. And so we are going to, and I want to make sure that in case any of our attendees have a question that they want to ask, and also to make sure that they can check the chat to get the contact information for all of our representatives or key links. So I want to give a few minutes for that as well. So to spend our time, I have a Q&A question. So if every school could have a representative come back on camera, we'll join together as a group again. And once everybody's back, we are going to answer the question you all see on the screen about your favorite event or a tradition on campus, something that just gives a little extra insight into the student experience and your campus community. We're going to go in the same order that we presented. So we're going to start with LIM, and then as the school representative in front of you finishes, just feel free to turn on your microphone and answer the question. So a little more free flowing than between each of the 6-minute presentations. So Kara?
Awesome, thank you, yes. So my favorite event on LIM's campus, I would say, is our annual LIM fashion show. It happens every year, the night of Accepted Students Day. All of our students, pitch in. Our merchandising students are in charge of getting the styles, the looks. The styling club is included in actually styling the looks. All of the models are students. We usually have a celebrity host. And every year the fashion show is hosted in an iconic New York City location. So last year it was at the Hammerstein Ballroom in Midtown. The year before it was on the Intrepid at the Air and Space Museum. It's really wonderful. The marketing students get involved. So it's super fun. If any of you guys in the audience are interested in joining, this year you actually don't have to be an accepted student in order to attend. You can feel free to hop on our website and view our virtual fashion show.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. I would say my two favorite traditions on our campus is our version of American Idol and America's Got Talent. They're huge with our student body. It's so awesome to go as somebody that has recruited some of the students, because you have no idea that all of a sudden this person that you worked with that is a soccer player is also a very accomplished piano player. And it's just amazing to sit there and see them. Or I had a rugby player that was a magician, and it was just super cool. So I miss those times and look forward to us getting back to normalcy so we can have them again.
So at Point Park University, we have a boat ride for incoming freshmen. Every year, the first week of school, we do a boat ride on the Gateway Clipper Fleet, and so on a few of the rivers and downtown in the Pittsburgh area. So that's just something the students do every year, enjoy it, and that's one of our traditions on campus.
So at Goldey-Beacon, we have like a lightning night. So the men's and women's basketball team both play. Literally the whole campus comes out, all the alumni come out, and it's just a huge event to see, everyone on campus, and it's a ton of fun.
All right, at Springfield College, we have something called the Hoop Hall. Bunch of high school basketball teams come over and play at Springfield. Usually it's with at Springfield College. We even have NBA players that have played in Hoop Hall before. And we had LeBron James come to Hoop Hall 2 years back, I believe.
I think my favorite tradition at Lycoming College would be every year we host a annual Thanksgiving dinner. And so faculty and staff actually kind of provide a family style meal. Well, dining services makes it, but we pass it out to the students. So kind of giving them that time with their Lycoming family before they go home to their actual families. So that's a really great tradition that I love, and we get involved in it as well.
I love hearing all of these about these different events, and it always makes me want to Google it and see some pictures and check it out. I hope that anyone watching will do that and maybe think to yourself, could I see myself on campus participating in that activity and being a part of the community? It's a great way to picture yourself there. Well, we have come to the end of our time together today. So first of all, thank you so much to all of our admissions representatives. You not just shared only the facts, the figures, those logistics of the admissions process and all that fun financial information, but just the pride and the passion you have for the amazing opportunities in and outside the classroom on each of your campuses. I hope that everyone who's watching, whether live or a recording later, is feeling inspired and more curious to reach out, ask questions, contact these admission representatives, head to that website, check out that social media, and see if you can see yourself making your next step in your college journey and joining one of these communities. And remember, there's no question too small. These admissions representatives love answering questions. They love getting to know you. So take advantage of that. They're your best resource. When you close your window tonight, there's going to be a link to just a very quick 4-question survey. Promise, super fast. We would appreciate any feedback that you can provide. And again, this is just one of many sessions that are being hosted. We hope you have attended another session for the PACAC programming for Pennsylvania students. We hope that you'll sign up for what's to come as well. In about a week's time, you will find this session's recording, as well as all of the other session recordings at that same website where you register, strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. Thanks again, and best wishes in your college search and decision journey. Thanks for taking the time out today to learn more. Bye.